tell ourselves is any kind of marital arrangement is better than living as a single. Any kind of arrangement is better than living as a single. Let me just marry first. Let me just marry. Anyhow, let me have a name. Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1. In that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, and they will say, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by your name to take away our reproach. There are women today who are doing that. The man crazy, you say anyhow. You look at him, he can't even afford your dowry. You give him dowry to pay. Anyhow. Desperation leads to unhealthy decisions. Unhealthy. I told you a story. Bad story, but it's still how I teach. Many years ago, we were still on the other side. A young lady in the church was a leader in them, what we used to call Alpha Club. Is U40 now. And we went for Christmas and I didn't see her a long time. December passed, he never came back. January, he never came back. February, I didn't see her. March, I didn't see her. That year, Easter was in April. And after Easter, one of the Sundays, I saw her. And she came to greet me. I said, where have you been? Everybody has been looking for you. What happened? And I saw a ring on her finger. I said, what's going on? He said, Pastor, I got married in December. I said, no. How? You never told anybody? He said, it happened suddenly. Suddenly, he said, yes. The discussion about the proposal to wedding happened between about 22nd of December to 29th December. By 22nd, they talked. By 29th, they were wedded. No, you didn't hear me. Isn't that a miracle? We should clap for Jesus. Very powerful miracle. Is anybody hearing me? So I said, did you know him before? He said, well, we knew but not close. We were not friends and all of that, but somehow. I said, why did you do that? You didn't follow the pattern with us. The pastor, don't you say I'm getting older? I said, okay. I wanted to get angry because she was a worker, has not been in church all this month, and when that happened, no information. I went to get angry and all of that. And I had a voice that told me, he said, the marriage is a discipline. So I just stopped. I heard it. I wasn't thinking it. The Lord said, don't touch her. The marriage is her discipline. And I left her. And a few months later, one service day, she ran into my office. He said, Pastor, I can't handle it. Pastor, I can't. I said, what do you mean? He said, no. He said, you need to lay hands on my husband. I said, what is it? He said, Pastor, his kind of drunkenness is too bad. He said, Pastor, he returns every night. As he enters a parlor, he pulls on himself. I have to clean him. He said, I'm not saying sometimes. I say his drunkenness is too bad. Pastor, help us. I sent him again to deliverance. I think Pastor Nat or one of the people said, please take this, handle it. Please don't let anything go wrong and all of that. They took him through deliverance. He was okay for about 3 months and then the madness returned. He just kept going. So one day she came. I wanted to pray. And the Lord said, remember what I told you, the marriage is a discipline. I said, Lord, please show her mercy. He said, no, 7 years. You see, you're dealing with God. You don't know God. You think that everything just works like that. No. No. If you're here, say yes. Every kind of marriage. We had another time, had a member of the church here. A man is living outside Port Harcourt, married with children, and came into Port Harcourt to do business and met her. And they agreed to have a secret marriage. So the wife is over there with children. She is here because his business was setting up a branch in Port Harcourt. So he comes here at least every other 2 weeks or so to run some things here. So she married him. He got a house, got everything, and all of that. Not 1 year, not 2 years, not 3 years, not 5 years. She's living secretly as a wife. Hello? It took about 5 years before the other woman found out. And then all hell broke loose. And when the battle started, that's when I found out that the one here wasn't the wife. How can they convince you to do that? I was talking to a lady, beautiful lady, very intelligent, very hardworking. When we were on the other side, all these stories I'm telling you was on the other side. And I said to her, no. Why do you want to marry this Alhaji? No. He said, Pastor, he's a good man. He has promised me that he wouldn't distract me from going to church. He said he's a social Muslim. He just goes because his family goes there. Brothers and sisters, she wasn't a worker, she wasn't a leader. But if you communicate with her, listen, if she was ugly, I would say she's running away from, I'm not going to get married. Beautiful looking young girl. I said, you're intelligent, you can take care of yourself. Why do you want a man to take care of you? He talk up, talk down, and all of that. It wasn't a few months after they finished their court wedding and did all that. She was coming for evening service and the man said, no, you can't be going to evening meeting. He said, no, we have a program. It's general call January to please God. He said, no, we're not doing that. He said, I can allow you go on Sunday when I'm not around. You didn't hear me. You go on Sunday when I'm not around. But if I'm around on Friday, you follow me to our own place. Now wahala don't start. She sent me a message, Papa, you have to pray. Papa, he has to be born again. Papa, the Lord has to touch him. I know she's watching now. You didn't hear me. The Lord hasn't touched him. I hope he touches him. But he has not touched him. Are they still here? You see, when people are desperate, they believe God has failed. They have to find their own way. That's what desperation does. They say God has failed. They say your believing has failed. Find your own way. That's what desperation does. When a person is desperate, he will drop his dream and submit to any other thing that's available. That's how desperate people believe. But you know whatever? Please listen to me. One thing I can tell you about marital problems is this. It is slow to be solved. Any rut you enter in marriage, there's no marital crisis that is solved like this. Marital problems, no matter how small they are, it's like America and Iran negotiation. You didn't hear me. There is no marriage problem that is solved easily. So anywhere you enter, Nasia, you can enjoy. What is the solution? Everywhere is quiet today. I like this service. My God, this is the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. Are they hearing my voice here today? That's why we call it emoji help. I am helping. Discernment is the key. Somebody say discernment. You see, those of you who are married, the things I'm saying, some of them apply to you in other areas of your life. But even if it doesn't, you have children, you have people around you. Discernment is the key. John 7:24. In the Message translation, he said, don't be nitpickers. Use your head and what? Heart. Use your head and heart to discern what is right, to test what is authentically right. Use your head and heart to discern what is right, to test what is authentically right. There are three helpers of discernment. Number one is intuition, what the Holy Ghost is saying in your heart. Number two is knowledge, what you know already. And number three is counsel, what people are able to teach you and counsel you. So anytime you are confused about choices in business, in career, and all that, please use your head and heart. That is called intuition. That is called discernment. Discern. Don't just go like that. What do you do? Number one, what is the Spirit of God saying in my heart? That's the first thing. Intuition. What do I feel about this person? Where is the light and peace about this relationship? Number two is knowledge. What do I know? Just like the things I've listed out today that can help me make a decision. And number three is this. Is there anybody I can sit down with in counseling that can help me to shed light on my choice?